Hey guys, welcome to my illustration process video slash Q&A. For your information, the illustration you are seeing here is called Climate Strike! Exclamation point, because it depicts a climate strike. Pretty straightforward. I created this piece because I want to inspire people to go out there and join all the activists out there who are already doing the best they can to make their voices heard and make sure that our world leaders do much more for the planet than they currently are. I also wanted to depict a sense of unity and diversity, which I think is not really shown that much in this movement, and I just want to make it very clear that there's so many different people involved in this and so many people are affected by climate change. That was just a bit of background information, and like I said, I wanted to make this video into a Q&A, so I asked people on my Instagram to ask me some questions, but I didn't get that many questions, which I guess is fine because this is not going to be a very long video anyway. I don't have anything else to talk about, so I'll just answer those questions, I guess. And before I continue, I just want to say that if you would like to support the work that I do, please head to my Buy Me a Coffee page and leave me a tip there if you like. Other than that, you can just like and subscribe and check out any of my social media links down below, and you can follow me there as well if you like. Anyway, let's get to the questions. So the first quote-unquote question that I got is not a question, it's totally unrelated, but I love this, says Charlotte. So she's referring to the image that I use to post the Q&A sticker, and I'll pop the image up here real quick. It's a piece that I made to submit to Women of Illustration Fridays. They always release an illustration prompt every Friday, and you're supposed to make an illustration within 24 hours, and then if they like it or if they find you, then they'll post it. And yeah, thank you so much, Charlotte. I like this piece too. I wanted to really show what it feels like to be engulfed by all these negative thoughts and to kind of maybe inspire people to rise above that and turn those negative thoughts into positive ones. By the way, the submission theme for that particular week was stand up for yourself. And yeah, I think when you stand up for yourself, it's really important to also stand up to the negative voices in your head. Alright, so Zen asks, creamy or crunchy? So I have definitely been known to liaise, is that the word? To be in cahoots with both creamy and crunchy. By the way, I'm talking about peanut butter, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about peanut butter. So I don't mind either, but I think I would definitely lean more towards crunchy just because, you know, it's got a little bit more variety in texture. I'm sorry, creamy. It's just true. The next question, again, is not a question, but a statement. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it recently, but a lot of people have been using the question stickers as a place to send their spam. And if you do this and you're listening to this, I just want to tell you, can you please stop? It's really not cool. Question stickers are really fun. They're there to help you engage with your audience more, and I don't know, they were fun for a while until this started happening where people just started to use this space as sending their spam. So anyway, this statement just says, Big Brother is watching you at CatJWise. That's not creepy at all. But thank you for that, I guess. Let's move on to the last question. And I'm leaving this for the last question because I think this is a little bit more complex to answer, but I'll try to keep it simple. So the question from Katie is, what things inspire you for your art? For example, Fall Out Boy, illustrations of everyone advocating for Earth. That's it. I guess that's the question. For those of you who don't know what Fall Out Boy is, so B-O-L-O and then the word boy, it's my latest t-shirt design, and it'll be up on my Etsy store soon. I'm planning for a launch on Wednesday, so watch out for that. Ball out. Okay, is the rough romanization of the Cantonese word for pineapple. And then bala boy is like a play on words of the Cantonese word bala bao, which is pineapple bun, which is that famous Hong Kong pastry, which kind of looks like a pineapple. I mean, if you're from Hong Kong, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, but I guess I'm trying to explain why it's called pineapple bun and not really doing a good job of that. But anyway, so bala boy is like inspired by Hong Kong street food / Hong Kong culture, just like all of my other t-shirt designs are. It never really started out as like an intention. I never set out for all of my t-shirt designs, which you can find in my online store, to be Hong Kong food inspired or just Asian food inspired, but it started out with the bao, and then it was quite a popular design, so I decided to kind of just stick with that brand. It makes sense. Food is very relatable, and especially if it pertains to a certain culture, it's very, very relatable. And I still haven't answered the question fully, I guess, but to answer it plainly is my inspiration is my upbringing in Hong Kong. I never intended it to be that way, but it just is that way. And the cute characters and stuff, I suppose maybe that's like Japanese inspired. As you may or may not know, Hong Kong media / culture is kind of inspired by Japan as well. Although that is not to say that if you didn't grow up in places that were influenced by Japan, that you cannot be inspired by Japanese culture. So I don't know, it just is what it is. As for the more complex images that I create, like the one that you are watching here in this process video, I decided a long time ago that I wanted my art to stand for something. Like, yes, I want to use my skills and I want to create beautiful images that are eye-catching, but I also want to send a message to anyone out there who might be, you know, not feeling like enough or feel like an outsider. I want them to know that they're not alone and that their difference in the world is important and that they matter and that there's a place for them there. And I also, with my art, want to send the message of unity and that we should be kind to one another and love one another. So yeah, I guess loving yourself and loving other people is kind of like my main drive for my art. And if you want to know specifically what inspired that is, you know, yes, of course I have lots of artists that inspire me. I'm inspired by Art Nouveau, I'm inspired by Seiichi Hayashi, the Japanese illustrator. I'm inspired by psychedelic art from the 1960s, but I'm also really inspired by Lady Gaga because I think this is someone who has such amazing talent, but she uses it to inspire young people to be themselves and to love themselves for being different. So thank you, Lady Gaga, for inspiring me to do that. So anyway, that was my video. If you... no, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I hope you liked my answers, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!